Robert, let's start with who Jean is. I mean, who's Jean Powell and what's her contribution to the enormous South African art scene?
Jean Powell is a woman who has been teaching art, who's been making art in South Africa for the best part of 50 years. She comes from Kenya and has been very active in teaching all the way from the Salisbury Island College through the Durban Westville University, Natal Technikon, later the Natal Technikon and DUT. She taught me life drawing at the University of Natal's architectural department. So she's been around for a long time. But she's mainly known because of her incredible input in community galleries and community workshops. She has been very active in the Natal Society of Arts. She has been member of the Fiberworks workshop, and she has been very supportive of artists throughout her life. What amazed me was that we knew her through her enamel work. What we didn't know was that she had been incredibly active as well in drawing, fiber work, fabric work, etchings, etched glass. She has been a very productive person, but she's always put her own work in the background, and she has promoted other people. Now, in her senior years, it was time that she got recognition for her own work, for what she has done in her life, and the remarkable products that she has put onto the public arena.
Let's talk about this exhibition. Sorry, Robert.
Yes, certainly.
Let's talk about this exhibition. I mean, what inspired it, and what does it consist of?
The exhibition is primarily a celebration of a remarkable life. It starts off with a work that Jean did when she was leaving St. Anne's School in Hilton in her matric year. An amazing bit of calligraphy, an amazing bit of spiritual art in the form of a parchment. It goes through to some of the work that she did while she was studying in Europe. In England, we only recently discovered that she had done a diploma in architecture. She then went through to the Central School of Art and learned design. And from that period, there are some wonderful works showing her design ability in fabric design. When she came to East Africa, back home in East African Kenya, she taught at a school. And there are works that she used as a teaching medium at those schools. We go on to when she came to South Africa, and at the Durban, at the Salisbury Island College, she taught fabric design. And there's a piece of fabric done by one of her students, as well as a number of designs that she did at that stage. And then from her later periods, there are drawings. She's an astute botanic artist. She has beautiful watercolor renderings. She has done some wonderful scratcher boards on botanic nature. And then there are some lovely little one-offs. She did a single etching, which is superb. She has done a very, very competent lithograph. Jean was taught to be a master of her media. Everything she started, she learned thoroughly, and her line work is sublime. And that is all represented in her work itself.
Yep.
She will use color very boldly. She is very conscious of positives and negatives. She will bring in line work into that. And there's this incredible variety in the exhibition, from enamels, for which she's best known, but also for her fabric work. There in the background you see a large design for a bed cover, for instance. She has been incredibly creative throughout her years. But more importantly, she's also been incredibly supportive of people. The time that art was the prerogative of a particular class, and that most people were very careful about their watercolors and so forth, she would come up with completely off-the-wall ideas. She submitted a rubbish box to Art South Africa Today in 1972, which won the competition, which horrified Durban, but which was a precursor of our concern with rubbish in the world. She was conscious of the possibilities of using rubbish as a means of expression. She was conscious of using art as a political statement, of conscientizing people of what our concerns should be. There's a wonderful little black and white work which is controlling democracy. When Putin first came to power in Russia and he was able to censor the press and keep them in control, Jean was horrified. And there's this wonderful little work of a frog which is about to be squashed by this great big boot. And there's Jean, who we never thought of as a cartoonist, creating a very strong political statement.
All right.
And yet in
Robert,
contrast...
thank you so much for talking to us. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cut you there, but thank you so much for talking to us. That was the curator of Jean Powell's Retrospective exhibition, which is on at the Durban Art Gallery Circular Gallery until the 27th.